very, very close. Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Jim's Farming. I'm James or Jimmy, and I'm a mixed farmer from lovely North Herefordshire. You join me today on the last day of potato planting 2021. As well as working on my own farm, I also do quite a bit of work off farm for other people, and for the second year running I've been driving the potato planter at Yeazer Court, which is probably 10 or 12 miles away from home. But over the years I've done quite a bit of work for them, and I really enjoy coming here. But it's been quite a busy 10 12 days, and to be honest, I'm quite looking forward to finishing and going back home and catching up with a bit of spraying and a bit of fertiliser spreading and a bit of livestock work, because it doesn't really seem like I've been at home much just lately. There goes JJ on the de-stoner. So it's just the two of us left in the field. The bed tiller is already finished, and we're left here, so we've just got another 3.5 passes to go, and then we'll all be done. This is pretty big, nearly 40-acre field, on quite a steep bank, a little bit stony in places, but on the whole, potatoes garnering quite nicely. You can probably see all the lovely straight bents over my shoulder. But we could really do with some rain now. It has got very dry, and I think in particular our crops at home could do with a drink, and so could the grass. Just to kick things on and get it growing. Quite lucky this year on the planter to have a tractor upgrade. Had a couple of days at the start of planting on a little baby 5610 Massey. I was on that all last year, and to be honest, it's pretty basic, but actually got the job done. But this year they've upgraded the planter tractor to a lovely Fendt 516 Vario, which has been a real treat, because it's just a delight to drive, and so much more comfortable. Fair bit bigger tractor, probably another 60 horsepower. Yes, it has made a massive difference, really, for my comfort, to be honest. So yeah, no, thank you to Tom for swapping that in. Potatoes. So, backing up to the seed trailer, which can be a bit of a pain. There are quite a lot of other spud growers like to run boxes and have a box tipper out in the field, but these guys tip the boxes into this big high tip trailer, as you can see behind me, on the yard, and then just run that out to the field. And to be fair, it works pretty well. Anyway, I'll just go and get it tipped up. Looking at what's left in the trailer, I'm probably gonna have to call for another ton of seed maybe. I don't quite think I'll have enough to get around another 3 times. Oh, so JJ's just finished. You might be able to see him in the distance just there over my shoulder somewhere. So he'll probably be knocking soil off his de-stoner until the time I actually finish. There's a fair bit tends to gather on it, and it's looking like I'm not quite going to have enough seed here in the field, so I've got another box of seed coming up to get it polished off. Finishing off with a variety called a Royal, and these are small seed. Get different sizes of potato seed, and so they just have to tweak a few settings on the planter. They're like little marbles, these potato seeds. They when you get them out of the trailer, they just seem to roll everywhere, and when I try and just dribble a few in, before I know it, there's a great big tump. I'm just cutting down across a corner. There's a couple of bits of headland here that haven't been planted up because they're a little bit steep. There's a really pretty, absolutely enormous old cedar tree up there. It's actually quite a challenging but actually really pretty location to plant potatoes in. And actually I think the first time I came and did any work on this farm will be nearly 5 years ago now, or about five years ago. It was the last time they had potatoes on this field. So yeah, it's kind of funny that down the line, here I am planting the next crop of potatoes on here. The planter itself is actually pretty basic and, from what I understand, kind of old style planter, and it works off a system of cups, which you might be able to see just over my shoulder, there and over here, and essentially they just rotate around, picking up potatoes out of the hopper and drop them down a shoe into the soil, into the de-stoned beds. And to be honest, it's a basic machine, but actually gets the job done. Not a whole lot to go wrong with it. Like the worst problem I get is bits of old potato blocks which get dumped into the seed trailer with the seed, and they have a habit of getting wedged in the cups and they block the cups. It always seems to happen when somebody phones me or there's some other distraction, because I'm normally pretty much watching the cups, turning around, making sure there's potatoes going around all the time. It's probably one of my favourite tractor driving jobs that I've done. I know JJ's pretty seems pretty keen to get on the planter, get off the destoner now. Now got this nice new, well, it's a couple of years old, but nice vent on the planter, as it certainly has made the job a lot more comfortable. But actually, in fact, even on the 56 Massey, it was quite a nice job. You plant a few spuds, and you jump out, knock a bit of soil off the planter where it might be sticking on the hoods, which form up the nice profiled rows, just to keep them nice and square, and go and get a bit of seeds, go and step out headlands. Yeah, it's quite nice, but I do seem to be an absolute magnet for dust and dirt. There's a powdered seed dressing that gets spread on the potatoes before they go in the seed trailer, and it's kind of greeny colour when it gets wet. I just seem to be going home every night, despite wearing gloves, a weird shade of green. But actually, other than that, yeah, it's not too bad at all. Can't really complain a lot. But I'll definitely be a lot happier to pop back over here in a few weeks' time, and hopefully we've had a bit of rain, and hopefully all the potatoes have grown. And we're on the home straight. Final little bit of headland, and I'm hoping I'm just gonna have enough seed to finish. It's gonna be close, because there's not a whole lot in the hopper. I've just been out and all the spuds are gathered on one side and just even them out, and I think it should just be enough to get me home. But it's going to be close. It'll be a bit of a pain if I have to get a top up and then come back to the end of this row where I dropped in and run around and do it again. But I think I'm going to make it. It's going to be very, very close. Finish line is in sight. Got the boss down there waiting with a few spuds in a spud box, just in case I don't make it. So there's plenty of seed here. It's not the end of the world if I do run out, but it'd be nice not to bother. So I have to go back to get it done. I think this is the closest I've ever been. And the nice thing, having the hopper empty at the end means there's less spuds to clean up when I do finish. So when we change variety and things like that, there's a couple of little doors in the bottom of the hopper. You can just pop open and then drop them on the floor. It means you've got to shovel them up. So looks like I'm going to make it. Magic. Got there in the end. Right. Hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'll catch you again some other time. I'm just going to go and knock a bit of soil off the plants before I leave the field, and then it's back to the farm.